Good afternoon, it's Jeff and Wilma at Budrum, and this afternoon we're at the Lychee farm bees. I've talked about the bees at the Lychee farm in the past on other videos, and I haven't showed you the hives. So this is 7 of the hives, and we've got 5 at another place. What I'm doing is there's a bit of a honey flow on at the moment, and I'm not ready to rob the bees. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking out the full frames. So there's a full frame here, leaving a gap. So these 2 frames here are chock-a-block, and what I'm going to do is put an empty frame in that space. So this is an empty frame that has had wax cut out of it, so it's still got the wax attached to the top bar. A bit of wax on, just a residue, and what the bees will do is just fill that space up. Because you've got those 2 frames are fully capped, they'll just continue and leave that bee space. That's only the first one. So I'll just check all the others. From here you can see a lot of these passion fruit vines on that hill, on the side of that hill there. They're all passion fruit. I do talk about this being a lychee farm, but I think passion fruit is his main fruit. And see all the passion fruit vines there, and over to in the distance you can see that covered area. That's where he keeps his lychees. Another covered area to the right of that, that's all lychees, and he's got a heap more over near the other bees. All the videos to do with mangoes, lychees and passion fruit, all that fruit came off this farm. These bees belong to the farmer, and I'm looking after them for him, and he's really pleased with the amount of pollination he's getting. So that's his main reason for having the bees here, for pollination, and he's really pleased that the way it's working out. There's a few beetle in here. I'm just squashing some of those beetle. Now this one, last time I robbed the bees, there's 6 frames that I put back in last time I robbed them about 3 weeks ago, and there was 3 frames that weren't ready to take. So they're probably full. They're probably full. So I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll remove this. So you can see this frame here. So what I'm going to do is take it out. All it needs is to have fresh wax on the top bar, and they'll just continue it down. And that gives them a bit more work to do, and by the time they finish the other 6 frames, you can see by looking down that they haven't been capped. So they've got all that to do, plus this one, and that'll give them something to do for the next couple of weeks while we've got a bit of a honey flow on.
What are you going to do with the full frames you're taking out?
Now this hive has a spare box. Now I mentioned on our robbing, on our last video, that if you've added another box, you don't want to take it away if it's a time where they might swarm, because if you reduce the amount of room they got, that could trigger the bees to swarm. So what I've done in this case is now there's a bit of a honey flow here, and you can see what they've done. I've left the box and they haven't swarmed, and so what I'm going to do is put the full frames on top of this one. So I just got to clean up that bit of burr comb off there. There was a couple of hives that I didn't take any frames out of at all, so they could be chock-a-block, so that's what I want to look at as well. That's one I left behind last time. Yeah. Maybe I'll take 2 out. This one had 4, I think. They're ready to take now, but I'm not ready to rob. So I might get a bit of fishing done at the end of this week. I should be out now, but this hive here hasn't got a queen excluder. a couple of months ago. I made a new hive. So I've still got to put a queen splitter on this one yet. Aha, hasn't got a mat either. Now you can see the beetle. So the queen's down the bottom box. I put this on there. So put that on there. That's that. Not too bad considering I just dropped the box.
No.
I'm getting cranky. Whoa. It didn't do us any favours dropping that box.
No. Oh, probably not worried. More concerned about these cranky bees. I hope he...
There you go, mate.
How are ya?
All right. We should be out fishing. Where are you going?
Just gotta put the pots in.
All right. Okay, mate.
See ya.
See you.
Bye.
Mate. And this is the one that I didn't rob at all last time. So I'm thinking this could be... Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's one little patch here that's not capped. So I'll take 4 frames out of this one and leave 5. So I'll take every second frame out. Ideally, if I had frames made up with foundation, I'd use them. But I don't have them at the moment, so I'm just using empty frames. So this is the last hive. It's a frame that didn't have any foundation last time.
Wow.
It's just completely filled the gap. Like I'm sort of demonstrating. That's another one that had no foundation. I've got 9 frames I'm going to put on top of this box here. So I won't even bother checking it. I'll just take the mat off and put my box there. So even if this box here was fairly full, the bees can finish that off as well as any of these corners here. So it'll give them something to do. Right, let's get down to the other place.
It's just beautiful out here. And this is our other site on this farm.
You got the other corner. Right over the other side of this hill, there's a whole heap more lychee. But you can't see them from here.
Oh, they belong to Keith too, do they?
Yeah.
You must have a huge farm.
Yeah. Keeps him busy. Yeah, the same thing. The frames I left behind last time that I didn't take last time are full this time. Look at that. So I'll take it out. This is the site where I had some real cranky bees last time I was here. Out of that hive there. So if you're watching David Trees, this is where I got those real cranky bees I was telling you about. But I left it a bit late in the afternoon. Same thing here. This one's nearly full. So what I'll do is that's a foundationless comb. So I'll take it out. Now this one is alright. I'll don't have to take anything out of this one. You can see here they've got plenty of work to do. There's no need to take any frames out of this one. So I didn't take any honey out of this box because these bees were getting very cranky, so they could be full. And all these top boxes were stickies that I put back a couple of weeks ago, so they're working on those. So I'm just going to cover it up again. Leave those ones because it's getting a bit late in the day. I don't want to upset them. They've got plenty of work to do in the top box, so I'll leave that. And I've only got 2 frames to take, and I'll take them home. Well, time to do a little debrief now, eh? So we had a successful trip over here. We put the queen excluder in that hive that we made a couple of months ago. We saw it gave the bees plenty of work to do. So we're going to go home and cook up some dinner. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.